Have you ever tried playing with more than 8 Sims in your household? If yes, I have house for you. Today I am building big family home that has space for a family with 8 kids, which sounds like a nightmare even to me, and I play with big families a lot. I wanted to focus on kids' bedrooms in this house. I even started decorating them first, before the rest of the house or even exterior, which is unusual order for me. I usually fully finish exterior before going inside. I wanted to focus on kids' bedrooms because families that I'm going to play in the house with are supposed to be very family-oriented people. And in the house where they lived before, kids' bedroom was more of an afterthought. It looked like a storage space. By the way, I have a video about that house, so if you want to watch it after this one, I leave a link in description down below and in the cards, along with my other medieval inspired builds. I like how they already forming a tiny little world. I play Sims a lot off camera, and for the past couple months I've been obsessed over playing my own simplified version of Decades Challenge. It is less rules and more vibes, but that's what inspires me to build these houses. Family that I am now playing with consists with Friend, the father, who is medium and ghost hunter, and let's be honest, just my own version of Geralt of Rivia, and his wife Juniper, who has the vibes of Disney princess. She loves gardening, sings to birds, and overall very sweet and positive. And you will see how I tried to make this house look like a mixture of their two very different personalities. It's dark and kind of moody interior overrun by plants. Kitchen is bright and green and a bit chaotic, living room a bit gloomy. I just thought that I should have placed the bird's stump close to the kitchen so birds would fly through the windows. Okay, I'm going to do that after this recording. And also in this house will live the kids of the main couple. They have 4 kids, but this house offers room to grow. And kids' bedrooms are the lightest and brightest parts of the house. They were definitely decorated by Juniper. I think I should stop talking about my Sims and start talking about this house. There are 2 kids' bedrooms on the 2nd floor, one of them big and spacious and houses 6 beds. 3 of them for toddlers, but there is enough room to swap them for a full-sized bed. And a 2nd bedroom, much smaller, has only 2 beds. Maybe this room is supposed to be like a guest bedroom, but due to growing population of this house, has been made into another nursery. The smaller room has a walk-in closet and I put a chair into it. I imagine one of the children using the closet as their reading nook, so they dragged a chair inside of it. I think it would be a very cozy place to read. Usually I like building very cluttered small spaces in The Sims, but in this build I stepped away from it a little bit. Most of the rooms have a lot of space to run around. Usually I would leave just enough space for Sims to use objects and not even a tile more, so it was hard to break a habit. As I was building, rooms looked to me empty and unfinished, but when whole house is done I think it looks nice and it's nice to play in. It feels very like a family home. I just had an idea that if you replace beds in a smaller kid's bedroom with bassinets and cribs for infants, you could use this house for 100 baby challenge. Can you imagine medieval twist on 100 baby challenge? Just once in a while you have a plague and half of your children dies. And survival rate of birth like 50% for both mother and child. I think that would be impossible. The matriarch would die before any of her kids are old enough to become the next generation. But somehow I would want to attempt challenge like that. Anyways, Back to the house. Second floor also has a bathroom, kind of a fancy bathroom, which is maybe doesn't make sense for a kid's bathroom. I just had space, so I made it nice. And a hallway on the second floor also serves as a place for the father of the family to perform his seances. I put his table here, but I also put kids' violins here, so if he needs peace and quiet for his medium activities, that's gonna be a problem. On the first floor, there is a living room, kitchen, dining space, and the parents' bedroom. Living room was a struggle. It is my first time trying to make a living room in this medieval inspired style. I don't know what to do with it, to be honest. I tried looking up medieval living rooms on Google, very briefly, but from what I gathered, they didn't really exist in the same way we see living rooms today. There were all-purpose rooms that people could eat, rest, sit, sometimes sleep in. So I tried to make something in between that and a Bridgerton-esque drawing room. This family just not bougie enough for that. And also modern definition of a living room. So there are a fireplace and a bench to sit on and a cards table and a couple chairs and a bookshelf. And a lot of space. That's one of the rooms where I was struggling with how much empty space there is. But at the same time, I kinda did it on purpose. My Sims often have guests over, and this room plus kitchen perfect for that. And for having parties in here, people have space to walk and maybe dance. Having that in mind, I also put stairs in the separate very small room, so I would have a door that I can lock, so guests can go upstairs. It's very useful for parties. I get very annoyed when guests, instead of being in the room where party is happening, go upstairs and just stand there. Or even worse, take a plate of food and eat it in someone's bedroom. Like, why? All this to say, I think about gameplay a lot when I'm building, especially when I'm building houses that I'm planning on playing in. And I didn't want the stairs room to be just that, so I put a woodworking table here, so it now has another purpose, another functionality. From the living room there is an archway to the kitchen and dining room, which I love so much. It's just so busy, but at the same time still spacious and very cozy. It's third medieval house that I am building, and in all of them kitchen is my favorite part. Okay, in this one it shares the first place with a kid's bedroom. Kitchen also probably the most cluttered room in this house, so it could be a part of the reason why I like it so much. And I like big windows shining light on dining table. After a kitchen I did a parents' bedroom. I fussed with layout of this room for a long time for some reason, but I really like what I ended up with. I did kind of a canopy bed with columns and spandrels. I didn't raise it on a platform or anything like that because I worried they wouldn't be able to walk up to it, so it just columns and spandrels. I also added chairs and a cross-stitch basket for another activity to do in this house. And the last room is parents' bathroom. Here I made a custom cabinet under the sink by raising a table from a basement. I used this exact cottage living sink in other bathroom and in the kitchen, so I wanted to change it up a little bit. I used the same sink because I was choosing from ones that functional of the grid, and this is the only one that I liked. All my medievalish houses are fully functional of the grid. It does limit my choices in appliances quite a lot, but we do it for gameplay. You can gather water and use anything, I think. I'm not entirely sure that's how it works, because if I play off the grid I would choose appliances that would work off the grid. I didn't check otherwise. And after finishing in the inside of the house, I moved on to exterior and landscaping. This house has very pristine, polished garden with a lot of lavender in it, maybe too much lavender. Juniper likes lavender, okay? This is for her, for the lore. And it obviously has places for crops, chicken coop and animal shed, and a little swing for the kids to fight over it. I think this is all I wanted to say about the house. All my builds are on the gallery. My name there, Sophie Loon. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I see you in the next one. Bye!